Hi there, this is Toby Green and you're listening to The Green Room with Tom Green and Jacob Gaynor. Stay tuned.
Oh, coffee's for a week for that, mate.
It can't be just me, but has that gotten quieter?
We talked about this last time.
I wonder if our listeners are picking that up. Is it just quieter in our ears, or when they listen to the episode, is that intro quieter? Because Toby used to blare in our ears.
Yeah, it used to hurt. Now,
I mean, it hurts anyway, like listening to him yap, but like it used to really sort of penetrate. Now I feel like it's just a bit lackluster.
speaking of Toby, are you part of his fantasy thing?
No, the super coach thing, no, I'm not. But
Yep.
I got messages. He was pretty actually proud of himself. First of all, we should say welcome back to another episode of In the Green Room. We sort of skip past that quickly, and I feel like you normally say that, so I'll say it this week. Welcome back to this week's episode of In the Green Room. Lovely to have you all back.
I don't mind you doing the intro.
What? Well, I do the outro.
Like sometimes you bring a bit of energy, sometimes you don't, and sometimes you got to work your way into it.
Energy. I always bring energy.
No, you don't.
I'd say I do. Maybe I have to work in sometimes, but I'm out the gates pretty hot at the minute. We've been talking off air again, some more stuff you guys can't hear, but it's been pretty.
We had a half
heated
an hour
in here.
episode before the episode.
Yeah, and it was.
It felt good. You get a lot of things off our chest.
See, no, but the thing is, it actually, like for you, it might feel good because I feel like you needed someone else to vent to, whereas I'm now like got that venting and so, like it's
And now
rolled
you're
me up.
angry?
Yeah, so I'm sort of like in a space where I'm just about ready to charge out and get in some confrontations.
Oh no, I hate that content. This
Yeah,
is my
you do.
favourite time. You get riled up, no longer professionally media trained, and we get the authentic, real Tom.
You do get that every week, by the way, in the Green Room fans, listeners and viewers. But I am in Toby's Supercoach. No, sorry, I'm not in Toby's Supercoach League, but he sent me his work.
He's very happy with it.
Yeah, well, it's also underrated. Has he given you a shout out in this?
No.
Yeah, that's like Toby, very much like Toby, to not dish off the credit. But you also played a part, a big, well, I mean, like probably the main part.
I don't know if I want association considering people are mad.
Yeah, but my thing so for those who aren't aware, again, I feel like we should probably
Context.
Yeah, Toby, there's a super coach competition that runs at the club here, and Toby basically, like Wardy, obviously the last month probably hasn't been the most sort of invested in football, but at the best...
Probably fair.
Yeah, definitely fair. But at the best of times, he's not really that in touch with, like he doesn't watch heaps of footy, he doesn't consume any footy media, so Wardy's not the most in touch person anyway. And Toby basically used Jacob so he made a trade with Wardy. Toby received off Wardy Lockie Whitfield and gave him Adam Treloar. Now, for you all who are footy fans, you'll all be aware that Adam Treloar hasn't played for a lot of the year and still is out for a few weeks. Lockie Whitfield is also one of the best Supercoach players
You can get.
Yeah. And Toby basically used Jacob to make a fake graphic that shows that... so Toby basically got... Yeah, Witt is one of the best Supercoach players, dished off Adam Treloar, who's missed a lot of games and is still out for a little while. Used Jacob to create a graphic that made it look like Adam Treloar was coming back in this week. Teed up with Adam Treloar, a fake call, like texted him, said, we're going to do this call in front of Wardy. I need you to convince him you're coming back this week. So he's organised Adam Treloar to do this for him as well. So Wardy's believed it, made this trade. And like everyone's obviously up in arms about it because it is technically
It's not in the
probably
spirit of the
cheating.
game.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not that. It's also probably cheating, if not like exactly like one of the textbook definitions of cheating. But
Is it a little bit on this, like, is it on Wardy?
no, so this is the point I was going to make. It's massively on Wardy. So first of all, Wardy, disengaged with footy recently and not the most engaged with like this sort of thing anyway. But like, it's one small Google search away. Like these rubbish graphics that also...
Excuse me. The graphics were good.
No, yeah, but what I mean is as well is more than anything else, if Toby Green comes to me with a trade in anything, like if Toby comes to me with something like that, instantly...
Red flags.
Yeah, there's alarms going off. All right, what's going on here? What's potentially happening? Like it's one small Google search from Wardy away, and he didn't even do like the due diligence there. So like, it's smart again. Toby preying on the weak and the vulnerable. It's so poor from Wardy.
And Connor Iden had to
As
approve
commissioner, yeah.
the trade,
Well,
correct?
Yeah, but I think there was only like a minute. Like when it came through, there was only like a minute left or something before like the deadline on it, so he's just approved it.
Right.
I just think that like
It's just a very Toby thing.
It's a really Toby thing to do, and he picks his targets well there in terms of getting Wardy. Wardy needs to be better.
Pretty funny though.
Yeah, very funny.
But I can't relate. I don't play Supercoach.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't care. Even though I saw that video from Supercoach came out during the week saying that everyone just throwing me saying I'm the one who checked my scores. I don't even have the app and I don't play the game. So
Just wanted to get that out.
yeah, I felt like I needed.
I respect it.
What's going to happen with this little disc thing? Like
What do you mean?
like Will coming and checking that SIM card or whatever. Like what?
I don't really know what happens.
Like
He's going to have to put it together.
yeah, how seamlessly is that all going to flow?
It'll flow pretty well. Sometimes when you edit a podcast, you won't a lot of really positive feedback about Witter's episode.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Witters is he's great to have on, and having him, that's like his podcast debut. I mean,
It was.
people say we don't get the exclusives here in the green room. That's an exclusive.
We wanted them at the start of the year, the exclusives, and we finally got one.
We've got them. So, yeah, that was nice to have Witters on, and he was good, performed well.
Yeah, should we talk about the game?
Sure. Yeah, good game. I think that's Cat's first game back at NG since
COVID.
my debut.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What year was that?
2020. It was the game, and then the
5
year got
years
shut down.
before.
Remember that? Remember how there was one game,
Yeah.
and then the whole comp got shut down?
Yep.
That was my debut.
And that was the last time they were
that
here.
was the Cats. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, I suppose like
2021, I don't think there were any games at NG, were there?
no, there were a couple early, but like the only game I can remember was St Kilda,
Oh, yeah.
Carlton, when Toby kicked the tort.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's all I can remember.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many.
No, so it must have been anyway, because Jez Cameron left at the end of 2020, and he hasn't. That was his first game back at NG.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny seeing the crowd react to him.
Yeah, well, they
He
was.
got booed,
Yeah, well,
which I'm fine with until he's done. And then he's still our leading goal kicker of all time. But I
Yeah.
think that's great.
I'm just neither here nor there. I mean, I think it's up to the fans with what their lasting impression or impact of him is on them. Like, if they want to boo, I mean, that's their right. They've paid the ticket to get there. They can do whatever they want, but it's pretty
To
handy
be
player.
fair-
And he gave a fair bit for a fairly long time to the club.
Oh, yeah. That's probably an understatement. He, to the fans' credit, he didn't, there wasn't that many opportunities to boo him. Connor Arden.
Yeah, but that's not really the fans' credit. That's more
Killed it.
Seekers.
No, but I want to give him credit. Great game. Obviously, after the game,
Yeah, very cool. That's you wanting to draw some attention to your own work, is it?
I'm not going to take any credit for it. Kate, Ari, there was an amazing team behind the scenes that put it all together.
That was really impressive.
It was the coolest thing ever.
So under wraps as well. I don't think any of the did Witters know that was going to happen?
No. That was on purpose. The only players that knew were Cogs and Hogan,
Yeah, right.
purely because they had asked what's happening with Witters. Why isn't he getting a T-shirt?
Oh,
Like, well,
right,
there's something
right.
cooler coming.
Yeah, okay.
And they were like, what is it? And then Hogs made his own shirt. And I was like, okay, I'll show you this. And he was like, that's unreal. And Witters is one of the only players that really would be like, that's so much better than a shirt.
You know, Ricker wants that at the start of every game now.
Yeah, well, if he wants to pay for it, but we're off him.
As in, yeah, no, that's true. I don't think he means necessarily the
You mean never walk alone?
Yeah.
Can you steal it though?
Well, I don't know. It was pretty I thought it was pretty good around the
So good.
ground.
It was special.
I don't know. Maybe there's something we need to make our own or whatever. You're right though. We don't really listen to what he has to say at the minute.
No, still off him.
Yeah.
And he's planning this FIFA comp that's not getting off the ground.
Yeah, that's been horrific. I was into him about that today, actually. A lot of people have been into him about it.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just wasting everyone's time.
But that was special. Speaking of special, Aaron Cadman,
Pretty handy second half, isn't it?
not bad.
Kicking
Not bad
6.5.
for a young man. He
Anyone, let alone the fact he's 21 or something.
kicked 6, went viral on TikTok during the week, Cads.
Did he?
Yep. Him and his girlfriend, Ali.
What for? What was it for
They
again?
did that lip bite, Trent. You see that? I'm not going to do it to you.
Yeah. Sure, don't.
But yeah, they went viral for that. And then on the back of that, did you see the announcement coming? Like when Jace got up, what were your thoughts?
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea what Jace was talking about. Let me try and think what I was...
King has just finished.
Yeah, no, I don't think I expected anything. I wasn't really sure what Jace was talking about. Maybe the rest of the year, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really sure. Never know what to expect when Jace gets up.
No,
He
you're not.
He could go any sort of direction, so I
And
certainly
then-
didn't expect that. When he started talking about Mr. Wongs and stuff as well, I was like,
He's just flexing.
he's been whining and dining, but like I don't know what for.
And then Cad's 4
Yeah.
years, massive.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I mean, it's great for him, great for our club. Like, it's just another person who I'm sure would have had some serious interest elsewhere, but he like realizes that he's a big part of, but also believes in what we're trying to build here and where we're trying to go. So, yeah, it's a testament to the club, testament to Cads and his family and his character, and really, really exciting to have him on for another 4 years at least.
Another player that impressed, Jake Stringer.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was quite funny actually. I wasn't aware of this until Ricker told me this as well, but on SEN in Melbourne, he was like Kingy and Kane have their stuff they do every week. And I think a lot of their stuff they do is actually quite funny, to be honest.
It's great.
But I saw Kingy put String in the gun, like in their segment they have like in the gun. He put him in the gun saying, you know, this is the sort of game. I actually thought String had been in pretty good form, to be fair. Like, I don't think he'd be sort of underperforming and needing to really tear a game apart. I mean, it's nice when he can, and he did, but I think he'd been performing really, really well anyway. But yeah, put him in the gun, and then he responds and kicks 4, and he just looked so exciting. Like, he was just bustling through on our forward line, just gathers snaps. He's so hard to tackle and everything. Like, yeah, it was just really impressive. And like I said, I think he'd been in good form. I think the other thing, if you look at his game, actually,
Put your phone there.
why is my phone there?
I don't know. Yeah, try.
Is that better? Yeah.
There we go. We're back.
Yeah. See, I don't know why my phone over there would affect that.
I don't know.
I think if you look at String, not only like the way that he's sort of impacting, you know, against West Coast, he dished off a lot of goals. And internally, like, he won an award with us, like, for every game that we have about sort of how selfless his play was. But he's kicked some important goals as well. But he's also really bought into, like, he had some big tackles. He had some big pressure moments, like what we want as part of, like, all over the ground, what we pride ourselves on, but particularly our forwards. I think if you look at them, they really buy into the defensive side of the game and tackling. And I think he's done that really, really well. And on the weekend was a perfect game of, like, gets rewarded and kicks 4, but he also, like, applied some serious pressure. He was tackling, he was chasing, he's putting the opposition backs under the pump. So, yeah, he's going very, very well, the String.
Which is perfect timing, because this is a game that he would have circled in the calendar.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. I think, yeah, I mean, I can't speak from experience, but I'm sure anytime you come up against your old team, you're ready to roll and you're ready to perform. And so I'm sure he's very, very excited for Thursday night to come under the, you know, Thursday night footy. It's cool. We don't get to do it much. And
Have you done it once?
I think one of our
Anzac Day game was Thursday.
yeah, last year I think I'm pretty sure that was a Thursday night.
Is that
game.
it?
I think that might be it. Yeah.
So main event Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, Thursday night footy sort of is.
Man, you got to stop moving.
Okay, I didn't even touch anything there. Like,
Oh, don't get mad at me, mate. Just stop moving.
but like,
Stop fidgeting.
moving. I didn't even touch the table or anything.
Just shh.
Well, we're on a podcast. I can't really shush. Yeah, he would have had it. Like, it's exciting for all of us. I'm sure he's had it circled in there, and he's ready to roll with it. So, yeah, the Strings are. Well, he's enjoyed. He's had some good moments on Marvel against us, actually.
The barrel.
Yeah, that barrel was cool. I sort of
That
was
hurt.
trying to smother that too.
Yeah.
And I sort of smothered and turned and looked and went, "Oh, that's going through."
Oh, no.
Yeah. So no, it's exciting.
It's an exciting couple of weeks. Thursday, Friday, Thursday.
Yeah.
That never happens.
And, you know, Thursday, you know, Don's always a big game at Marvel. Like, they're going to be tough to beat. Big supporter base, like, cool game, marquee sort of game. Friday night up here at Derby. Doesn't really get better, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're excited for that. And we know what derbies are always like. And, you know, the Swans have had the wood over us recently, so we need to sort that out. You know that more than most. And then the week after that, the Doggies back down at Marvel on Thursday night. Like, that's again, that's another big one.
So exciting.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? This week, talk about, you posted on Instagram, Tom. And normally I'm quite critical.
Well, you were. Tell
Was
me
I?
to pull my pants up.
Yep, but that was fair.
It wasn't really.
Do you know what I do when I go to comment that? I went to comment that as myself. And I was like, could use a couple more likes, Giants.
Yeah. That actually doesn't surprise me.
Social media 101.
What's funny is sometimes you'll drop like 2 comments on. Sometimes
The Giants and me.
Yeah, there's occasions you've gone the Giants and Jacob.
But only you would know that. Like, that's not that noticeable.
I feel like you are like very, very well known now as running the Giants socials. People aren't going to see that and be like, oh.
So I can't comment as both?
No, you can. I think you can, but I think that.
But there's
people
things I
also
can say
know.
as me that I can't say as the Giants.
Yeah, I know, but I think people still know that. So like, I think people would look at it and be like, oh, Jacob's trying to like.
He had some things to get off his chest.
Yeah, he's got 2 bites of the cherry here. Like he gets a free hit with the Giants thing. Well, sorry, he gets a free hit with his own account, and then he can also just like
Something respectful.
farm for likes with the Giants account.
Farm for likes is such a good term. But the post, we've talked about camping a couple of times,
Yeah.
and I was speaking to a family from Canberra the other day in the cafe, and when they were speaking about family, and they've given us some suggestions as well.
Where to
So-
go camping?
Yeah, we'll go through that after. But your camping
Yep.
might be one of the best campfires I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it was a very, very good one. My mates and I, we made sure while we had daylight, we collected a lot of wood because
Crucial.
I don't need to tell people, but when you're making fires like that, particularly a lot of like Australian eucalypts, like I mean, if you get really into some of the proper hardwood, that can burn for a while. But if you're using those big fires like that and sort of the edge of normal eucalypt branches, they burn out really quick, and so you need to collect a lot of wood. But we got plenty together. And it also was just sort of like where we were in the bend of a river was still, it wasn't windy at all. And we were in the highlands, like just out near, just west of the Blue Mountains. And so like, it's really cold overnight. It's quite dewy and wet. And so we weren't at risk of setting anything on fire either. So I think you just need, we weren't under any trees. Like obviously I think the important thing here is about being fire safe because we don't need accidental bushfires. I don't need to tell anybody that we don't need that. But like to have a fire like that, you need to sort of get perfect conditions. And we were lucky enough to get perfect conditions. Yes, a beautiful still night, right in the bend of a river there. Everything was quite damp. No trees or anything really nearby. And so we were able to build it up quite high. And it was taller than me. So it was a big fire. But that's just great. That's what you want when you're camping. It's just so cool to be around. And
They're so underrated, and they're a lot harder to get going.
yeah, they are. Oh, for some, yeah.
Well, you had 6 blokes. Easy.
Well, not all were contributing to the fire, you know.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. I'm a real one for I love getting
Contributing?
the hands on and like setting it up, getting it right, all that sort of things. I really pride myself on.
What'd you
it.
cook?
Cook some spuds in foil, like chucked
Oh,
them in.
like
yeah.
full. Nice.
Yeah, went just like brought once the fire sort of burnt down a bit, pan on there, snags, that sort of stuff. It was nice.
Like it.
Marshmallows at the end too.
Must.
Yeah, it's an
Crucial.
absolute must.
Questions?
Yep, let's do it. Now that just feels loud, doesn't it?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
What is it?
I've figured it out. We've talked about Will
Yeah, fiddling with stuff.
ruining
Sorry.
things.
I wouldn't go
He
that far.
changed
He does
the-
edit this. He could clip this and make you sound terrible, by the way.
He won't. He changed the intro because we did the special intro for your Gold Coast goal. And then he changed it back to the OG, and I reckon he's just used the wrong one.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Well,
you can give him that
I'll put it on
feedback.
Will.
Yeah, you can do that. I won't.
Jacob, good to see you got back with your mojo. You got your mojo back with your posts. Did I lose it?
Yeah, apparently. Well, there were calls for that earlier in the year, remember?
Yeah,
Dan
but that's
was
just
into
because
you?
we're losing.
Dan was into you?
Who?
Richmond
Yeah.
Gorge.
Yeah.
That's who got swept. I mean, I guess it didn't really get swept under because he sort of like did run with it for a bit, but like he said he was going to officially change his name and he didn't do that.
No. He's
Yeah,
also
'cause
now like...
The thing is as well, like you, for instance, put a tattoo on the line. You did that. Can I just actually, is it still there?
Where else would it go? It's a tattoo.
Yeah, but you can get it removed. Yeah, wow.
It's I actually...
Do you ever forget about it or do you like...
all the time.
Yeah.
I don't look at it every day and go, mm-hmm.
Have you had any cuddles recently and someone's been like, what's that?
It comes up in conversation.
Does it actually?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, man. I've got my grandfather's name here and my co-host up here. Like,
Same levels of importance.
what's that? I actually don't know either how to cover it up.
Well, no. You know what's kind of funny, though, can I say about it, too?
Like, I don't know if that showed it properly.
It's in kind of a spot, though, people often get cool tattoos, which I find funny. And how people, like, who like tattoos or whatever will get them on, like, the collarbone or just, like, under the collarbone on the chest. And, like, maybe it's Roman numerals or maybe it's something, but it's in, like, a kind of a cool spot.
Mm.
And you've just used it up on my name.
Well, I can cover it up.
With what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've thought long and hard about it. Because apparently, like, removals really hurt. So I don't want that. And it's also a good story.
Yeah, it is.
And I love a good story. But I don't know if I want your name on my
you
chest
permanently.
for the rest of my life.
Well, you know,
You know, like,
I'm happy with the indecisiveness because it's currently.
but like, what happens if, in a long way away, by the way, but if I'm cuddling my baby
There's photos.
and the
of you.
first photo of me and my son or my daughter is this beautiful baby and then Tom Green,
Yeah,
I don't want that.
I'll certainly comment on the photo.
Oh, I know. Yeah, nah, it's got to go. Don't know what I'm going to do with it.
No, I'll just leave it.
So if anyone out there has any ideas, let me know. Or if anyone wants to get a matching one, let me know. We also need to plan this.
You should probably let me know if there's anyone else who says, yeah, we'll get a matching one.
We also need to plan the next challenge.
Yeah. Have we told people what that's going to be?
Well, let's do you want to do it?
Nah, not yet. Because I want to talk to you a bit more about that.
Ugh.
No, I've only got good things, but I'm just like, not to act like we don't prepare or like tee
We
things up
have
in
prepared.
advance or anything.
We haven't
But
wasted
I'm just like,
28 minutes.
should we, like, is there any chance we should maybe like organise it more seriously before we sort of commit to it, you know?
I've got a certain party on board.
Really?
Yeah.
They're definitely on board.
They're back, yeah.
Are they like? Are they doing a similar thing the last time in terms of like
Like what?
kit? Like,
But you can't give it away, but yeah.
okay, just because I'm.
But you don't.
We sort of.
You don't do enough for them.
Yeah, but like they don't do any. What do they do for me? They don't sponsor me. Well, they literally pay you.
And so they should.
I'm not saying they shouldn't.
I am
like,
a great ambassador
I'm
for
not saying
brands.
they shouldn't, but they do pay you.
All right, we'll talk about it off, and then next week we'll confirm.
Yeah,
Which we also have another guest next week.
yeah. Exciting guest too.
Can we launch that at least?
Yeah, like if that's locked in, then I'd love to launch it. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's locked in. Let's lock it in.
Yeah, okay, sure. Well, next week we're going to have on for, I think it's a green game, is that right?
Yep.
Not a Tom Green game, like green in terms of the environment.
Well, you should have seen his face when I said we've got the green game. He was like,
That's
"Yep."
rubbish. But we've got Tani Evans on from our AFLW superstar, Tani Evans. She's coming on.
Canberra's own kind of through Tathra.
What's actually more Tathra through Canberra.
Through Queanbeyan and through...
Yeah. But
Claimer.
Tani, our superstar left footer in the AFLW, she's agreed to come on, and because I think of her work with
Front
Parks
runner and... Yeah.
and like Parks New South Wales.
Yep.
So yeah, she's going to come on, which is great. Tiny is, which I think we've spoken about her on here before. She's one of the greats. So that's really exciting that she's agreed to come on and we'll be able to talk to her.
We're going to have to get a mute button for her laugh.
No, I think people will love it. It'll be good though, because people as well, I think, will take the piss out of. Well, they already do take the piss out of my laugh, but I think they'll also take the piss out of hers
think about
too.
the combined.
Yeah, so the fact that we'll both be on there is could be troubling for people's eardrums.
Yeah, warning for next week. Tom, how does your schedule change for Thursday, Friday night games? Well, it says for the both of you, but you can answer.
Yeah, yours probably doesn't.
Nope, still work 7 days a week. Get paid for 5.
You don't work 7.
I work for 7. I'm back here on Saturday
Yeah, but like
and Sunday.
when I say one thing about you working 7, like I've again been to your house where you're working and you're just like, yeah, at this time I have to post online.
That's not true.
That is.
That is not
You're
true.
just like, oh yeah, I've got to make sure at like 7 o'clock this post goes up on all the socials.
That's not true.
Is that not true?
Don't listen to him. Anyway,
No,
your schedule.
yeah, so 4 night games. Well, I can talk you through even this week, for instance. So because we played Saturday afternoon and we're now playing Thursday night, this week is very, very short. So the day after the game, we have a day off. And then yesterday, we had our half day.
You're right.
Yeah, just, actually,
Couple of muffins.
yeah, just one muffin. But I do actually, before I go into I will give a quick shout out to, again, our chef here, Adam. Is Miss Miss Kelly?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I just don't know if that's the pronunciation. That's
I'm pretty sure it is.
Anyway, yeah. Adsy, he's a gun cook, and he's dabbled in some baking now as well. He makes these really yum muffins. He makes like some mixed berry and chocolate ones, which is so good. And today was banana and chocolate with a swirl of Nutella in the middle. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh,
So massive shout out to him. And honestly, you can come into the Giants Cafe. I mean, people can come to our club and actually,
open for you all the time.
yeah, like go into
Open
the,
door policy here at the Giants.
into the cafe. So you can go and check that out, and they're delicious. But anyway, back to this week. We just had a half day yesterday. Did our review, all that sort of stuff we normally do. A little bit of recovery, hands on the footies, that sort of stuff. And then today we had main training. And then tomorrow we're flying down to Melbourne and playing Thursday night. So we've lost 2 days during the week, which is normally one of them is a day off and the other's another training day. So it feels really weird. We're not often on these sort of breaks. As we said, we don't often play Thursday night footy. But for night games, it's like a 7:30 or 7:40 game or something like that, I'm assuming. I get to the ground personally an hour and a half before the game. Some people go 2 hours, choose to go 2 hours before, but I just think that's too long and there's too much dilly-dallying time personally. So I just arrive an hour and a half before the game. And so basically the lead up is I'll just wake up whenever I wake up that morning. I don't set an alarm. I'll sleep for, till my body's content. Get up, have breakfast. We'll normally have a team walk, have a little wander around, something like that. Do that for a bit. Maybe I'll go see, some family or whatever, but like oftentimes I'll just chill out for a bit and then mid-afternoon go down for a nap. Give myself, 2.5, 2 hours, particularly if we've got a night game like that. And oftentimes I'll use it and it's so good. Having a big sleep like that in the middle of the day, I just wake up feeling so rejuvenated. Like,
Love that.
It's just perfect. And then, hop in the shower, maybe have another little snack. I don't eat that much even during game day. I don't like to feel too heavy, so I'll have a breakfast or whatever. And then maybe just before I go down, I'll have a little something for lunch. And, wake up, shower up.
What's your breakfast?
Game. It's normally... just sort of like eggs on toast, avo.
So kind of like semi-light.
Yeah, but normal. I guess what I'd have on any other sort of day. Often when we play Melbourne games, we haven't for a little while. We'll often go to like for night games in particular. We'll go to Cheeky Monkey in Richmond because it's often normally where we've been staying.
Mm-hmm.
Pullman there. So you might see us there Thursday morning. That's
Love
not
that.
an open invite actually to people, but like.
Tom, will you ever do an unfiltered podcast or catch up?
I would love to. I think the only question is, which again, like not to spoil too much because I don't really want to talk too much about what we were talking about before the cameras came on, but like there might be some limitations to that. But I mean, you know what I would consider? And this is where I reckon there would be a loophole for us to exploit where we could do like, we could release it on a different platform as like our own like spin-off, but like
a spin-off to In the Green Room?
Yeah, like a spin-off, but it's not like a spin-off weekly. It's just like
every now and then.
When we want to do a more uncut version, we post it on that channel and we call it like, I don't know.
Out of the Green Room.
Yeah, or something like that. No, I'm serious.
We would get cancelled so quick.
No, but we wouldn't because we don't have to like... All it would mean, I think, is instead of you guys bleeping out me swearing, we could leave that in. And we could do it. And this is where I think this is a really good idea, is because then like when the season's done, for instance, we could do like an unfiltered like recap of the year basically.
And tell the stories we couldn't tell.
Yeah, and in a pub.
With some In the Green Room beer.
Yeah. But like, I just mean like think about, because once the season's sort of done, I know you're not fully, season isn't done obviously because you've got the AFLW girls and all that sort of stuff. But like we could do like a spin-off, but it's just, it's you and I using this kit and everything. But we just post up, you, Will and I have a few pots in a pub somewhere. And like maybe that's an episode is we can get Will involved.
After beers? Not a good idea.
No, I think it'd be a good idea.
I don't think the three of us with beers would be a good idea.
I think it would because... Like the reality is, if we like, let's say we do a recap, it's going to go for what, like an hour max, absolute max, an hour and a half.
2 hours, yeah.
How many beers can you have in that time? No,
Do you know what? I'm so sick of getting disrespected for
No.
my size.
No.
I can, you know
It
what?
only takes
No,
2 beers is more my thing.
it does not. Does not. After our win
Beer and a half.
against West Coast, everyone else went back on the red eye. I stayed. Went and had a beer with a few staff members here at the club.
Yeah.
Had 5 or 6. Felt great.
Legend. No.
Just wanted to drop that in there.
No, but I'm just...
But I felt like fine.
Yeah,
Like
but-
it didn't even feel it.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause I'm massive.
That's my... I don't know about that, but my point is that, like, you have, like, us going for an hour and a half while we're also talking, it's not just going to be like a procession of beers.
No.
Like-
It's casual.
Yeah.
But I want to get people involved. Like I'd want it to make it like a
Yeah, which we definitely could and would be great, but that's
like a
where it's
live
all-
show again.
Yeah, we would need to... Well, I think we could do like an out of the green room, which we post on maybe, I don't know, 3 times a year.
I know Emma listens to this.
It's not
My
club
boss?
affiliated. Yeah.
No chance.
Like, but it's not associated with the club. You and I are now Maris mates. We're in casual gear. We're not sponsored by Bankwest. We are... Tom and Jacob also have another channel.
And just have 2 microphones in a pub.
Yeah. Tell me that wouldn't... Like, I know, and I'm like... The thing is, I don't want to talk about loopholes because then Emma's going to write up some, like, airtight...
4 minutes ago,
not
Emma.
NDAs, but, like, some airtight contracts where now they, like... We aren't able to do that.
You and I are about to get CC'd in an email for sure.
Well, again, I think that I'm almost certain there's a way we could get this done. And I feel like you know it too, and you're getting a little bit excited over there.
Yeah, look, I'm smirking. I'm just excited what could be.
Yeah.
But like what happens if, hypothetically,
I know,
hypothetically-
you get carried away again.
no, that's you. What happens hypothetically if, so we all know Toby's podcast, right? Those American Aces.
Yeah.
So Tommy Sheridan's obviously not in Sydney, so him and Toby do it remotely.
Yeah.
What would happen if I left the Giants and you and I still wanted to do a podcast? Is that the same thing? Because it's technically not a club one.
Like, yeah, definitely. I would say that at that point, like, if you left the club and you and I still wanted to do a podcast, I would say that that's then, like, it's like, yeah, the Toby one.
Okay. He says what he wants.
Yeah, he does, to the point where he nearly ended up getting fined. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I mean. Like, that's where... Like, you and I can have a podcast and it doesn't have to be club affiliated.
Okay. We'll talk off screen.
So you don't look at the angles that I can see how we can
I
approach
do look at
this.
the angles.
You don't.
I'm just club first.
Huh. Yeah, sure.
I am.
Lol.
I am. I'm a Giant through and through. I bleed orange. What happens in the change rooms at halftime and after a win or loss at the end? How does your halftime go?
Loss and win are very different at the end.
I'll tell you.
But half time, no, we sort of come in, we get Gatorade, bit of water. Like, again, I think I talked about this the other week, an energy gel, caffeine strip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll have a little bit of that just to, like, refuel. We'll then sit in our line groups, have a little discussion on what we think we need to sort out. Hardy will come down, or your line coach will come down, tell you a few things we need to sort out. And Kingers will get us all in. We'll watch maybe a couple of clips, tee up, what he's seeing, what we need to sort out, and then there's not much longer, and then we're basically warming up and ready to go back out there. But after the game, we and everyone's up and about. Loss, I mean, it depends on the fashion and a few other things, but I don't think our rooms are too doom and gloom most of the time.
No. After a final, maybe.
Yeah, well,
They're
I mean, last year's not a
awful.
great example. We went down in pretty terrible fashion, so
But even the prelim the year before that was tough.
yeah, that's just the nature of it, though.
It's just the game. All right, let's go one more. There's a couple about Tottenham. We'll skip those.
Why? Wait, about Tottenham having a really good transfer window and Arsenal doing F all?
Excuse me. Have you seen who we've signed? We're about to have the busiest summer in the
Are
history.
you even getting Gyökeres or whatever?
Are we? Please.
I don't know.
He just bought land in London. No, he's. Have you seen Arsenal fans?
Yeah, a lot of them were cracking it. saying
They
they're
are
doing
no
F4.
like. So my whole Twitter feed. I know people don't love us talking about football, but give us 2 seconds. My whole Twitter feed is obviously Arsenal and transfer news, and Arsenal fans are insane. So they've like screenshot his like car going down the highway in London, like tracking his every move until he's signed.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like it's just different
It's
world.
a bit excessive,
It's
isn't
a
it?
different world. Right, go one more, Tom. Who is your funniest teammate?
Don't know. No one. None of them are funny. No, that's rubbish. I don't know. Connor Iden or Zave O'Halloran are both pretty funny. Zave gets us up and about the captain's run when we do it. He does some silly stuff out there that
He's so funny.
gets us all going. So maybe I'll say one of those two.
Love it. All right, well, we've got some good news.
Trending topic.
That was a great transition.
Yeah, it was.
That actually gave me goosebumps.
Well,
Hit us with it.
yeah, I'm back with a trending topic. This one, and I suppose to some extent, this is why I wanted to bring in this segment where I obviously, you know, I'm sure you all feel the same, that I don't do enough speaking and I don't ramble on for long enough anyway. So we brought this segment we brought this segment in at the start so that if there was anything I was passionate about that I could
Get it off your chest.
Yeah. And I've got one. This is you were pretty happy with this as well when I messaged you at like midnight / 1 in the morning the other morning when I messaged
It wasn't / midnight. It was like 1:36 a.m.
you. And yeah, because I was just thinking about this because I was watching TikTok actually.
Doom scrolling.
Big TikTok guy over here. No, but I was watching TikTok and it was like one of those things where someone was interviewing another person they hadn't met that much or whatever, and they're asking them a bunch of questions. And the question, and this is like a reasonably common question that comes up, and it's about people. It's like, what do you think when you look in the mirror? Like, you know that question?
Mm-hmm.
And it just got me thinking. I was like, when I say that got me thinking, because this is where, again, you're going to have to stay with me because this could be, like, there's quite a lot of sort of open-ended thought in this. But, like, what do you think when you look in the mirror? Like, I get why that's a question, and I get that people, you have to sort of be, I don't know, like comfortable with who you are, what you do, that sort of thing, right? But I feel like that as a question, and maybe it's more in the fact that being such a common question that people ask when they're getting interviewed is a reflection of like us as a society becoming far more individualistic than community minded. Because just my thought about that is like, you know, what do you think when you look in the mirror? Well, like, why are you looking in the mirror? Like, when I say like, why are you looking in the mirror? Like, I also know that this is hypocritical because it's like, why did, like, you and I get a haircut? Like, we all want to present well. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not acting like here, oh, I'm the most, like, I never think about myself. This is not what I'm trying to say. This is like more, again, like open-ended thought and discussion that I'd like you to engage with me in. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, we all obviously get sucked into doing things for like ourselves and thinking about ourselves. But I feel like, and this is where like, this is sort of going down another tangent. But if you look at, for instance, one of the main reasons and the attractions to Donald Trump getting voted in America was the fact that, and one of his main sort of election pledges was he's going to focus more on America and sort of contribute or care less about, you know, people in America, I think, feel like one of the main voter bases that he targeted were like, you know, why do we care about, I don't know, what's happening across the other side of the world? Why do we care about this and that when my own life isn't that good? I don't feel like I'm being looked after that well. I just want someone who is thinking about looking after me. And so that was one of the main attractions to him being voted in, right? Mm. Now, he hasn't necessarily gone and done that as he's gotten involved in a lot of conflicts around the globe. But I just mean that, like, that's a really tangible recent example on like a macro scale where like people in general are like worried about themselves, and the appeal of him was, you know, he's going to care about us, he's going to look after us. And I think that's like, unfortunately, I think that's a poor reflection on us as a society, that now we're so worried about ourselves, we're no longer thinking about others out there. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You lost me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Where did I lose you?
2 minutes in.
I just mean like that. I just think that we can get so caught up in thinking about ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever happened again, worrying about like like let's care less about what's happening to like the individual and let's care more about
Community.
yeah, and not just community. I mean, like you can extend that as far as your country. You can extend that as far as the whole global, community. We are all people. Like there's not. I just don't think that there's. I think. What do you think when you look in the mirror? Like we just get so caught up in ourselves, what we look like, what we're thinking, like so much about ourselves. One of like the core elements of being human is we're like social beings. Why don't we more worry about our friends, our family, us as a community, instead of worrying about the individual? Let's worry about the collective. Do you not agree with that? Or do you think it's worry about yourself?
No, I don't think it's worry about yourself. I agree with you. You just articulated it.
You're going to say poorly?
I wouldn't say poorly. Just long.
Yeah, I did. Well, because I was
You lost me when you went like
politics.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't have to be. I know the eyes and your ears can't glaze over. But I know when people hit, you're like,
No, but like, I wasn't expecting you to go down that route when you said the question.
Yeah, well, that's sort of why I said as well. Like, there was a lot of like different tangents that I could think on. Because then I was also thinking about like another perfect example, for instance, as I finished with there, like the fact that we're social beings, and I think that it's really important for us to like, instead of worry about ourselves, worry about our community or us as a collective. Is I was then thinking about in prison, one of the worst things that like don't look like
keep
that.
going.
Like when you're then you go to solitary confinement, right? That's like
The worst possible punishment.
yeah, because it's depriving you of, again, what is like one of the fundamental things to being human and is like essential to our survival. And the reason that we've also thrived as a species is the fact that we're social creatures. And so it's another example of like you deprive someone of that, you're depriving them to some extent of their humanity, which I'm now not going to go into like the whole prison system. Is it fair? Is it just this, that, whatever? But I just mean that like that social aspect to us is so important that I think that we can just get so wrapped up in what do you think when you look in the mirror and what's going on with me? How do I look? What's happening?
So it's almost like when you look in the mirror, it's tunnel vision.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the point I'm making. Now, again, like
we got there.
No. Okay, the thing is, the point I made is, like I said, the politics thing is just true on a bigger level.
Yep.
This is just, I mean, like, I think we all need to, and again, I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect at this because obviously, like, I dress a certain way, I get my hair cut, I do all these sort of things because I'm thinking about myself and how I look and how I present and this, that, whatever. But I just think if as a collective we stopped caring so much about what am I thinking, what am I feeling, and we started looking outside ourselves and thinking and caring more about those around us, I think we'd see a great uptick in people's happiness, not just like, again, on a community level, but that also rubs off on yourself.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, I thought you would. When you started going, you lost me with the politics, I was a bit rattled.
Oh, you lost me for a little bit. I'm back.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, go back and listen to the tape. What I said made sense. What I said makes sense, and it's true.
Okay. Will you go back and listen to that?
Yeah, probably. Just to make, I mean, I don't know how much Will's actually going to let this run, to be fair, and like, I hope he doesn't trim too much of that
There's
out.
no trending topic this week.
Yeah. But no, but don't you think, though? Like, I just meant
I really like the concept of kind of like thinking about that question.
Yeah. Well, so
because it's an incredibly hard question to answer, I think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm just like, because sometimes
like there are so many different angles you could take.
Exactly. And that's why I was thinking about the question when it came, what do you think when you look in the mirror? And I was like, what do I think when I look in the mirror? And I'm like, I don't really think anything. And then I was like, well, I also, like, again, I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect, but I don't look in the mirror that much. And I compare myself to
Riccardi.
I'm not naming names. I'm just saying people that
Jake Riccardi.
I don't actually look in the mirror that much because I don't have a thing where like, I know when that question is put to people as well, I have this image of them just like looking at themselves like really hard in the eyes every morning. And it's just like,
who am I?
Oh yeah. And they're searching for stuff. And I'm just like,
you don't do that.
No, I don't. But I also don't think that's what you need to do. You don't need to look at yourself and be like, who am I? Like you can get a sense of that without looking in the mirror. And I think that again, that looking in the mirror is like, you don't like let's care less about ourselves and let's care more about everyone and contributing to society and us as a collective, not so individualistic. They also say mirrors, I mean, this is probably, I don't know if this is again like a philosophical question, but like, or a philosophical sort of point, but mirrors being invented is one of the worst things for humans because like we were never meant to see our own reflection. Because you think about,
Really?
well, think about when you're, like without a mirror, how would you ever know what you look like? Think about if you're getting around on when we're all, you know, cavemen in the savannas of Africa.
Literally just water, I guess.
But even then, like how often is the water going to be perfectly clear so you can see your perfect reflection?
Wow.
You're never going to see yourself. So you're never going to have a thought of, I care what I look like, but also you're not often thinking about yourself. You're a part of a family group then. So you're like, all right, my job is, I don't know, I've got to go collect berries and make sure that we're all good. I've got to go weave a
bigger picture.
Weave a basket so that I can collect water for everyone. I've got to go kill this antelope so that we all get to eat. It's not thinking about what do I look like? What am I thinking? How do I feel? All that. You're contributing to something bigger than yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just saying.
You should have started with that. That was strong.
Maybe I should have, but
That
that's
was
also, that's the other point of it is like that thing about mirrors is like they're a very recent invention in like the life of human evolution. And, you know, we never did. We had never had any need to see ourselves. And now that we do, we're like, I think a little bit too obsessed with it.
That's fair. I think it's very fair.
Mm. And I don't just mean like the physical appearance. I also just mean then that fact that you're always inward looking on yourself and like thinking about me and not everyone else.
This could become a podcast question now. Like when Tiny comes on next week.
What do you think when you look at yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It'd be interesting to see how people answer it.
I saw it on a podcast. That's why I saw it. Like someone was on, like it was like
They were
this,
just plagiarised.
and it was it was a random person. They were or like someone they hadn't met, and so they were asking them, and then like they didn't give this answer.
What was their answer?
I can't remember because I then like I heard that and I answered. I was thinking to myself like, oh, and I was like, it's such a weird question. Like, why do people always ask it? And that's what just got me thinking about this.
I like it. Yeah. It's going to be a long, quiet drive home for me. Think about that.
Anyway, yeah, but that's my point, Jacob. Don't think about what you think when you see yourself in the mirror. Give someone a call. Give Emma a call.
Who?
Emma.
Oh, who did Amber?
No, Emma.
Who's Amber. Yeah, I'll give my sister a call. She listens. She actually goes to Europe.
Okay, definitely give her a call then.
I want to say Sunday.
This is kind of a perfect indicator of what I'm
Could be
talking.
wrong.
I'm bad at this sort of stuff though as well. So again,
Like checking in.
I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect, but anyway, food for thought. Certainly, like a lot of food for thought there, but food for thought.
There's going to be a lot of people.
I think people will
long
enjoy
and hard
that.
after this.
I'd like to actually hear people's feedback when the next question thing goes out, or just comment. I would like to hear what people think about what I've just said there. Do
Okay.
they agree? Do they disagree?
What do you think of?
Was that at all profound to you and like interesting, or was that just me rambling and boring?
Or do you just skip 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Oh,
let us know.
We'll find out.
Song of the week.
Yeah.
We're not even going to bother with Spotify, are we?
No.
Yeah. Good call.
Well, for two reasons. One, never works when I want it to.
And two,
And two, copyright issues.
Yeah. Really just like there's so many reasons to not use it then, aren't there?
They outweigh the positives.
Yeah. So I'm going to run with a recent album drop, which I think you're also going to run with. I'm not going to spoil yours, but mine's better than yours. Mine's Jack Boys 2 by, I think it's Cactus Jack, Travis Scott's label. And so they've just dropped another album and it was great. And my song, like the whole album I'm recommending, go and listen to. But this week's song recommendation from me is Dumbo off that album. It's really, really, it's a great song and I love the chorus. So yeah, go check Dumbo out and go check out Jack Boys 2, that album.
Mine.
Mm.
Now, have you listened to this?
This album?
Yeah.
No. I've clicked through a few songs briefly, but no.
Don't like it? Not your type of
No.
music?
So I would never, like I've never listened to a full Justin Bieber album. I don't like it.
Really?
It's just not my sort of music, so I don't listen to it. But
Any Justin Bieber?
I like Beauty and a Beat featuring Nicki Minaj. That's a banger, come on.
Old school.
Yeah. But like, no, I just don't. It's just not my sort of music, so I just don't really listen to it. But I don't dislike it either.
Okay.
Like,
But if
for
it
instance,
like, do you
Ricky
know-
used to love you remember Intentions by Justin Bieber
Yeah.
featuring Quavo? It was like a massive song for ages. Like that's a song I didn't mind, and I'm sure I'll hear most of this album on the radio anyway.
But like the classics,
Like what, Baby?
Baby,
What
Never
Do You
Say
Mean?
Never, What Do You Mean, Sorry. He's got so many
I know he
hits.
does. That's what I mean. Like I know all those, and I don't mind that, but I don't listen. Like I will never go out of my way to choose to listen to those songs. It's just not the music I sort of enjoy listening to in my own time.
That's fair.
Mm.
Wrong. Mine is Daisy's Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
the new album. It took me a while to come around to the new album.
Why?
It's just not,
What you expected?
yeah. But there are some really good songs.
Daisies. I've heard Seek and Shook talk about that, so I think they'll be happy with you for getting around that.
Great album. I've started to really come around to it.
There
And
you
I
go.
didn't like it at the start. But my friend, you know Jackson Crow?
Yeah.
Says you've got to give an album 7 listens before you can have a opinion. 7's a lot.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
So now I've given it 7 and I really like it.
Yeah, but there's also like a level of familiarity and you're just going to enjoy it anyway. So like if you listen to it 7 times, how many times are you going to like... How often have you listened to something 7 times and been like, yeah, I still hate it?
Most of your recommendations.
That's rubbish. You like a few of mine.
2.
Nah.
We've done over like 50 songs or something ridiculous now.
It's good. It's a good segment edition by me, by the
I
way.
tell you, yeah, well, it's the only contribution you've made.
I just went on for 15 minutes.
And we're going to have to cut that out. Bit sore.
And sore neck. I don't know.
Too many times looking in the mirror.
Nah, not quite.
You want to do the outro? We obviously teased next week. We'll talk about this challenge because I want to get that up and going,
Yep.
which is really exciting. Yeah, don't forget anyone to thank. Floor's yours, Tom.
Thank you very much, Jacob, and thank you to all In the Green Room listeners and viewers for another fantastic week. As I always say, and it's true, we couldn't do this without your support, and we absolutely love having you guys message us, interact with us, so please keep that coming. Make sure to send us as well to any friends or family. Feel free to spread the In the Green Room love, and I think it's Violet in South Korea is still sharing us around to her friends and anyone else she's met there, because we'll grow on any platform we're able to. So feel free to send us to family and friends. You can listen to us on all major streaming platforms and you can watch us on YouTube. Thank you very much for another week, Jacob. Thank you to all In the Green Room listeners. We'll see you next week.